Quick tips. They won't be so quick because I'll probably explain them slowly. First tip. Less is more. Don't clutter the shit out of your stream like Connor did here. I don't need this giant fucking thing. What is this doing? Nothing. It just clutters my video. Alerts are fine. Have your chat on screen. Make sure it is sized properly. This is too small. This is for fucking ants. What is this? This is like a fucking Halo ODST HUD, okay? Most people watch Twitch on phones, okay? You cannot read this on a phone. I can't read it now. You know, it's kind of blown up. I think I have my chat like right here. You can see like only like 3 words can fit. It's very small. It's very fast. It's energy. It's not really there for you to read most of the time. It's there to convey an energy and excitement from the stream. So you don't need this fucking wall of text. If your text thing looks like this, change it right now. It looks like shit. If you have this, a big fucking HUD, remove it. If you have a giant bulky border around your webcam, that can be fine. But just make sure it's not too obtrusive. Less is more, because ultimately stuff should not be getting in the way of the content. So don't clutter the fuck out of your screen, because truthfully, let's talk about what this is serving. What is this? Bits, money, subs, and followers. It's me trying to farm some interaction. It's me trying to get people to follow. It's me trying to get people to sub. It's me trying to get people to give money. And that is not good. Yes, it's fine. People are going to sub anyway, but this doesn't add to the content. All this does is make one guy have a little bit of an ego boost at the cost of everyone else. I am sacrificing 1/4 or 1/5 of my screen to ego boost some people, right? So I removed it. I removed it because it gets in the way of the content, because that's an area of the screen I can't use. I have like deprioritized things in my stream that encourage people to give money. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. I don't think alerts should make noise. Call me crazy. Whenever I go into a stream and there's fucking alerts spamming noise like crazy, why would you want to ruin your beautiful content that you might repurpose for YouTube with fucking text to speech? Different, because that can add to the content. But having a fucking jingle that plays every time only is served to notify the streamer that they got a sub, and you don't need that, because it's just pissing everyone off. Because I don't care if someone else subbed. I'm a viewer. You can put a little thing on the screen. That's fine. You should keep that. Alerts are awesome. It's good to have that kind of stuff. But you don't need a noise every time. What if it's 100 gift? You make the noise. You pop off. Holy shit, it's 100 gifted. That's way better than a... That's like so much better. You go crazy. You do the reaction, because that is crazy. It's crazy that someone would drop like $500, you know? That is my personal take on it. And especially if you're trying to make YouTube videos, you don't want that shit on there. It just ruins it. Chat, I'm a big believer chat should always be on screen. I think it makes it feel live. Doesn't matter how big or small, but yeah. No way! Oh my God, 20 gifted subs! There you go, example. Thank you, no way. Next piece of advice. A mix of streams that are fun for you and fun for viewers. One for me, one for you. That's how I do it, chat. I do streams that I think, that I personally want to do. Like, let's say if I wanted to tank my channel, I would play every single Castlevania. That's for me. Most people don't want that. But me playing a bunch of games, game show games, I might not normally do, but for content, I'll do it because it's fun. And I enjoyed this stream. But like, what my gamer goblin brain wants to do is to fucking brain rot and play Castlevania for 12 hours. The truth is that it's fine to do that if you do a mix. Because now you are ensuring that the content people want to see will always be there, but you're also kind of, you know, doing this thing that is fun for maybe a bit more of a niche audience, okay? I'm not saying that there is no audience for these things. What I'm saying is that there is often a larger audience for the more general stuff, and it is okay to do both. It's okay to do something for fun, just for you, as a streamer, you know, a healthy mix. And it's also okay to do stuff purely for content. It's good to have a balance. And I think it makes it exciting for viewers, because sometimes I will just go on a deep dive in some random shit, but you can also expect me to do some more general content that's quite fun. Some streamers think you can only do one. Not true. You can do both. And I think also prioritizing what will allow you to do this for longer is good too. Like, I feel more comfortable streaming if I know that I can do some kind of random goblin gamer shit, like play every Castlevania, but I'll also try every MRE with God, right? Like, I'll do both. Not saying that any one is more fun than the other. It's just different challenges and like different presentational aspects. Like, because ultimately it is my job and I have to do what would technically do best. So I do both. Socializing. It goes a long way on Twitch. It's not necessary for Twitch by any means, but being available for collaborations generally is good. And a lot of streamers might get their break from a collaboration. Hit people up. Don't be afraid to ask people to collab. What I will say is, if you are going to ask someone to collab, you need to have an idea. Don't just hit someone up and say, we should freaking collab. Have a solid idea that you can present to them. Say, hey, boys, I want to play Risk, and we're all going to dress up, and I want you to be a part of that. I have an idea, I present it, and I offer them a yes or a no to that idea fulfilled. There's nothing worse than going to someone and being like, you want to collab sometime? I mean, yeah, I guess, but like, it's kind of this awkward kind of soft area where you're like, I don't really know what the fuck we're doing here. You know, it depends on your social circle, but like, obviously like VTubers and stuff, they often hit each other up live. They're like, hey, I'm around, you want a game? And like, it can be that easy. But sometimes, you know, being exposed to a new audience might be the thing that allows you to really blow up and grow. I remember we spoke to Cinna, and Cinna was saying that, you know, it was when Agent collabed with her that really blew her up. For some people, that might be their lucky break. And maybe for the other person in that collaboration, what they get out of it is someone who's really entertaining and a great collaboration. And so it's a win-win. Collaborations can be really, really, really big win-win scenarios. But you need to make sure you're doing it right. Don't overly hit people up. Sometimes it feels bad when someone is like hitting up literally everyone to collab, and you're like, oh, I guess I'm just like another fucking stepping stone. I think the best way to do it is to earnestly make a connection and to have like genuine collabs where you both kind of enable the content to be better. If you just collab with someone to get their clout, that person is going to feel that, and they're not going to feel good about it, and they might not want to collab with you, and other people will see that too. What you need to do is make sure when that person is a part of your content that they have a fun time, that they feel like it was worth it, that they enjoyed being a part of your thing. Because the worst thing you can do is make someone feel like they were a stepping stone to you. When you're doing a collaboration and you're communicating with someone, make sure the idea also makes sense for them too, and not just you. And how do you socialize? Look, you can just hit people up. You know, it's kind of a tough thing because you need to know where you're at. Again, it's understanding where your level and what kind of world you're in. Because if you have 10 viewers and you're a brand new VTuber and you're hitting up Mouse, it's like, obviously that collab probably isn't going to happen because, you know, it's super one-sided in what's happening here, unless, let's say, this person was a professional singer and there's some kind of value there and there's some kind of collaboration, right? So you can kind of go from that viewership disparity, but you do need to have a good idea or a purpose, right? There's levels. You know, you're brand new. Don't just fucking randomly spam people. Find people to collaborate that are the same size as you that you can also learn from and that you can also kind of both benefit from. A collaboration should be beneficial for both parties, and that's very important to think about that. One time for you, some for them. And that's how you make sustainable collaborations with people who want to collab with you. And on top of that, the more you do that, the more that you show that your collaborations are fun, that they're beneficial for everyone involved, the more people are going to want to collaborate with you as well. Ludwig does this. Ludwig does these massive events. He shows that like being a part of his collaborations are generally beneficial. You get to meet a lot of people. Like he is very, very particular, and I do this as well, where if someone collabs with me or I ask them to join my event or something, I make it my fucking mission to make sure that that person feels like it was worth their time. Because there's not a worse feeling in the world than feeling like someone wasted your time, whether intentionally or not. It could come from a good place, but sometimes people do waste your time. Next up, do weird shit. Streaming is awesome. You can literally do fucking weird ass shit that is pretty much free. You can do anything. Point Crow is kind of the goat of doing this, and he started doing all this crazy shit a long time ago. He literally watched a candle melt for 10 hours. That's it. It's intriguing, it's fun. And look, even if you didn't like this particular content, it doesn't matter. You are a streamer. The next day you can do something else. You can try what works. You can throw a curveball at your audience occasionally. You can literally do anything, and you should. Don't just do what everyone else is doing, because guess what? You're not going to grow. This is shit that when you see it in your fucking YouTube recommended, you can't not click on it, because you're like, what the fuck is this? As long as it's legal, do it. It doesn't have to be, not every stream has to be a YouTube video, because I scrap some videos. I'm like, that stream was ass. I'm not making it into a YouTube video. The only thing stopping you is your imagination. No one would ever think of this, and the people who did think about this wouldn't do it. Point Crow is crazy enough to do both. Do not rely on audience generosity. Look, some people do this, that's fine, but I think that e-begging is bad for content. Call me crazy, but I think if you sacrifice moments of your live stream and content that you're live to beg for money, I think that sometimes it can actually hurt the content. Now, obviously, this can change in a subathon because that is part of the content, so I'm not saying that you can't ever ask or encourage people to sub. But what I'm saying is, like, on your daily streams, every minute you're spending talking about people subbing or asking people to gift subs is time where you are literally boring people who don't care. But you need to think about it. There are times you can use it correctly. When you're doing charity streams, you can encourage people to donate. That's part of the excitement. That's fun. If you're doing a subathon, yes, it's part of the content. You need to understand when you can use it to enhance the content and not just do it because you want money, because otherwise it's going to take away from the content. Every second you are boring, someone clicks off the stream. Every time you spend 5 minutes begging, someone's already left. And if you only hype up the people who are giving the most money, which is good because, you know, obviously sometimes if you're a small streamer, they are literally your lifeblood, and that's fine. But you need to also understand that you might be pushing away potential larger audiences that would enable you you to not rely on asking people for money. You know, I'm very lucky. People sub to me all the time. I never read them out. I know I'm so bad at that, and I should thank you all, and I don't. Because what I realize is that ultimately, the best thing I can do as a content creator is that I can make sure the content is good. My job is to make good content. It is not to thank subs. It is to make moments that you can all enjoy. And the subs are very generous because they allow me to keep doing that content for you guys, right? Everyone who subs, I very much appreciate everyone who has subbed. But what I'm doing is making content that is available for everyone for free. Obviously, I didn't talk too much about what content to make. You already know what content you want to make. You already know, but hopefully everything I've told you throughout that guide can be a consideration that you can take. You can think about all the things, all the lessons we've gone through. And this is all, you know, general advice that isn't very applicable to any one person. But this is like kind of telling you all about the real considerations that I think about before I go live. All those things I think greatly about.